Hello dear people and welcome to another exciting-ish episode about aviation history and Wart Thunder right here on Joe Mayday's TV channel. And today we will be talking about and playing the Hawker Typhoon, or Tiffy, as it was known in the Royal Air Force. But before we get into some technical stats or some statistics, I would just like to pause for a second and take my time to look at this bad boy. Look at him, just look at him. It is a tough little SOB, both cute and rugged. And I don't know about you, but the first thing that comes to my mind when I'm looking at this aircraft, it's a nice little pitty or pit bull. It does look like a pit bull of the skies. It is cute, it is mean, both in the same time. But enough about that. The Hawker Typhoon was designed to replace the Hawker Hurricane. First prototype was flown by Philip Lucas on 24th of February 1940, and the prototype number was P5212. And even though this prototype was unarmed on its maiden flight, it was designed to be armed with 12 303mm machine guns, Browning machine guns. And in later production it was to be classified as Typhoon 1A. And prototype number P5216 was to be armed with 4 20mm cannons, Hispano cannons. And this was to become a prototype of the Typhoon 1B series, that had its maiden flight on 3rd of May 1941. So, when the Typhoon first entered service, it was the only plane in Royal Air Force that could catch the Focke-Wulf 190. And this was made possible by its 24-cylinder Sabre II engine and its more than 2000 horsepower of strength. So, after the initial problems and even some structural failures of the aircraft, the IRF got its hands on a really fast, capable aircraft, suitable for the roles of the interceptor but also for close air support, especially because of its payload of up to 8 RP-3 rockets, or 2 1000-pound bombs. So, without further ado, let's see how it performs in the game. And here we are, in the skies of the Krimsk, in the summer of 1945. And in this alternative history battle, we'll be versing the Russians. And pretty soon, as you may see, 3 ground attack aircraft appear, 1 Yak-2 and 2 IL-2. But first we are off to a dive on the Yak. As you may see, we are traveling at over 700 km per hour, and at these speeds the Typhoon becomes really hard to control. But with some extra rudder applied, we do manage to get in a nice position and we do manage to shoot our first enemy down. And now it is time to convert some of that extra speed into altitude before commencing another attack. So, only one IL-2 is left, and personally I thought he was going to be taken out by one of the friendlies. But that was not the case, so we make a left to intercept, and as you can see, the 303s are quite devastating even against tougher targets, like the IL-2s. When you have 12 of them, you can really deliver a punch. So, a really nice start to the game. There are no enemies around, we have 2 kills, and let's continue with the game. And now, after some time spent climbing, we can see a friendly P-400 in all sorts of trouble. He is being engaged by 2 enemies, a P-39 and a LA-5. So, with the aid of this another Typhoon that just arrived, let's engage them. The LA-5 catches fire, so let's just put in some more rounds to get him down quickly. And now it is time to engage the P-39. We do have the speed, and we should be able to catch him. All that flak is a bit scary though. First burst, and some first hits. And now he goes into the left turn, and we have to go vertical and then try to get back on his 6. And it is a 3 versus 1 game now. The enemy starts to go to a climb, and we do manage to score a critical hit on him. So we are once again off to a climb, and we are once again positioning ourselves on his 6. We have a higher energy advantage, and the enemy is only postponing the inevitable. After some more rounds he catches fire, and he goes down, and that is our 3rd kill. But then out of nowhere, a wild Yak 1B appears. He is closing in fast, and we are in all sorts of trouble. Now the Typhoon has all of its liquid cooling systems and fuel systems to the front of the aircraft, so he can take quite amount of damage from the behind. But still, it's never a good idea to take a lot of damage from the behind, is it? But Typhoon is also a fast aircraft. But now I'm trying to bait the enemy, I'm trying to go into a right-hand turn, to slow a bit the enemy down and make him an easier target for our P400. And the plan seems to be working. To some extent at least. But now it is at the time to stop running, turn around and fight the enemy. And that P400 regretfully went down. Now it's just us. The LA-5 tries to dodge a head-on, but he was a bit too slow and now he's on fire. And now a critical hit on the Yak, and I was thinking to myself, 2 enemies down, because that Yak was leaking all over the place even before the engagement, right? Well, wrong. I was thinking maybe just 1 or 2 small bursts, but this Yak has to crash land. He was already badly damaged. So I decided to pull off, and it was a huge and utter mistake. I decided to go back to RTB for some repairs, and then continue with the fight. But then, this happened. That Yak 1B didn't crash. Oh no, by a long run. He managed to repair himself and managed to appear in front of our base or over our base way faster. And as we were going up, we got engaged and brutally shut down. So that's life for you, life of Wart Thunder. It's kill or be killed. Pursue your enemies and finish them while you can, or you will end up like me, dead on the ground. But still, it was a pretty fun game. And the Typhoon is really fun to play. And I do know it sounds a little blasphemic, but I do like it actually more than a Spitfire. It's a fast plane, it's got a good climb rate. It's not a turner, but it is a really fun plane to play. And that would be all for today. I hope you have enjoyed the video, and if you have, please press like and subscribe button. And if you didn't like the video, please do it also, because you're a wonderful person. Until the next time, have a fantastic day.